Okay, hey everybody, we are back. I was just playing a little Indigo Girls, which Roselle was just loving the Indigo Girls.
I was enjoying it.
Did you like them as much as you liked the opera?
I like the opera a little more.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to wait until next time to get deeper into the Bricker amendment, because in order to give it justice, because I just learned that it's connected to a whole other Lyndon Johnson story. See, this is why I like to compare books to my massive Lyndon Johnson Lyndon Johnson book, because it was a case of, it was one of the cases where Lyndon Johnson really, one of the times when he earned his asshole reputation. He was a very complicated man. Did some very good things and some very bad things. He just, to say he used people is putting it mildly. And what he did, just the whole way he played the Bricker Amendment. But again, fucking politicians need to learn about that. Like, get in there and work. Figure stuff out. He kind of just sacrificed people, or he would put on a show. He put on a big show, basically, of just, he used the McCarthy abuses for his own purposes as well. And there's a very sad story about a nice man named Leyland Auld, whose life was ruined by Lyndon Johnson, all because Lyndon was trying to deal with the legislation about presidential powers, which was about whether the United Nations would sign on to the genocide treaty, which would have allowed other people in the world, which would have allowed the world to prosecute the U.S. for Jim Crow war crimes. That's not there's one other, it's another acronym. It's not, the U.S. didn't sign on to the genocide agreement either, but so it's that, but there's another statute that the U.S. didn't sign on. So, it is all connected. It's all connected. So, okay. So what else has been going on this week? The past couple of weeks.
Well, we do know you heard about the bridge collapse.
Oh yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, that was so sad. They found out that they said that the bottom of the bridge might have been corroded, and they said that on that day, I guess, there wasn't too much. There was more traffic than normal, and that's why it just kind of buckled.
Never know. That is just
26 people so far confirmed dead.
Yeah, you can go at any time. Anytime.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else. We're doing around the road,
So I went on YouTube the other night, and my little brother was live doing Minecraft. So I've seen he's live before, but I'd never gone on to his whatever it was. So I went on, and my YouTube name isn't my own name, so he didn't know who it was, and I told him it was me. So that was sort of fun, connecting with my little brother on YouTube. But Yeah, I mean, I've had the Thai boys. I was following that real carefully. Remember, uh, went to the little Thai boys that were caught in the Cape.
Yes, I heard they saved them all, right?
They saved them, and I was just following that avidly since I dive. So they were hospitalized, and then they went to a monastery for 10 days, and that's something kids kind of to pray for the Navy SEAL that died trying to help them. And that's the sort of thing, if it was the U.S., that might have seemed sort of like dangerous to me. The thing about Thailand is all boys go to, they all go to monk programs, monk camp, or whatever. It's compulsory. It should be. God, that's so much better than having a compulsory military. Like, wait a minute. I completely lost my train of thought for a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, where was it? Oh yeah. Okay, Thailand. But so anyway, that's just part of their culture. They go to the monk thing. They go to monkhood, or they spend time there anyway. And sort of showing respect is really important, and ancestors is really important there. So I think, or hopefully, they will move on from this experience and not be traumatized. They did one media interview, and they were asked questions that had been screened before by the psychologist. So hopefully they won't be traumatized. And it said that a lot of them want to be Navy SEALs.
Nice.
Yes.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fires that's been going on around here?
Oh, I was just about to say that. Oh my God, it's so sad. There's been several firefighters killed and people, and yeah, it's really sad. It's really scary.
Crazy.
I think about all the animals.
Right.
Yeah.
If you drive towards 80, a little bit past Fairfield, you can see it.
Mhm.
It's like it's all black. Like all the hills are black.
And you see ash and
ash and
all like
you were
ash
seeing
on the
smoke.
car.
It's better now, but it was smoke. And whew.
Yeah. And that's what we have. God, I'm just, the problem was I I went to the school board meeting. Oh, okay, and I worked on, endorsements for the local elections. I worked on that with somebody else from the Stonewall Democratic Club, the gay Democratic Club that I'm in. So, I really try and get creative. I try my best. But it was for the city council people, and for the city council and the school board. So again, with the school board, I've been put down, like, will you commit to me? How will you talk to charter school parents? Because that was the problem. Like, even like the friend of mine I was talking to, he sort of just has this disjuncture, I think. He's a really kind person, but he was saying he felt like, these parents were being bamboozled. And it's like, come on, these people aren't dumb. I mean,
right.
They have what a lot of them, particularly, like, don't keep telling them how much about how this takes money away from the public schools. It's like, that's not their fault. I mean, I'm completely sympathetic to that logic.
Right.
And so, okay, so I worked on that. That's some political stuff. The charter schools. We're working on opening up the drop-in center at the senior housing development. I went to some meetings about that for like no reason. What I said was, it all had to just all the stuff that I have nothing to do with contracts and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm working on that, and okay, let's take another break.